Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? Making this video today, going over how to launch a low-ticket paid community for whether you are a growth operator yourself trying to launch a community for their client, or whether you are the creator yourself trying to launch it on your own. I'm gonna go over some of the main things that you need to really think about when launching your paid community. So, without further ado, let's just get straight into it. All right, so starting off with the funnel, there's two ways you can kind of create a funnel for an info product. But the first way is having some sort of content as a top of funnel. So that's IG stories, IG reels, YouTube videos, TikToks, that sort of stuff. Then the middle funnel would be a lead magnet. So provide an ebook, free training, webinars, etc. Give them some valuable resource for free in exchange for their email or phone number. And then you pitch them the offer after that. If they buy the offer, great, you got your sale. If they do not buy, you put them in a nurture funnel where you continue to give them more free value, emails, free training, more free webinars, until eventually they buy. Simple. And then the second way, which is very, very dumbed down and very simple, is you just put the link to the community in your bio. You have a couple story posts promoting the community. You have a pinned post on your Instagram, showcasing the community, promoting the community, and then a couple highlight stories of the community results. And that's kind of it. This is a very simple way of launching a funnel for a paid community, but this works. You don't need to put too much thought into it. It's really not that hard. All right, next is market research. Market research is pretty simple, pretty easy. Just run a story post asking a few questions about what the audience would love to see in a community. You can get a bunch of feedback from that. And then also just ask the creator and look at their demographic. A lot of the times the creator knows their demographic, so you can just ask them, what age, region, blah, 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 whatever. So that's kind of simple, kind of easy to do market research. You don't need to do too much for that. All right, next is which platforms to host a community on. So the big main ones right now, especially with Iman being co-owner in WAP, is WAP and School. It's really up to you, but I would much prefer to be on WAP. WAP is an amazing platform. With Iman Ghazi recently taking over, it's just in the beginning stages, and it's going to, in the next year, it's going to completely fucking take over school, like paid community platforms in general. It's going to completely take over school. WAP is by far the best. The thing that's really good about WAP is the way you can give the customer the option of what WAPs they want, which I'll get into later when it comes to pricing. But definitely go with WAP. School is it's so plain and boring. It just kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie. Stick with WAP. Moving on to the actual content that someone would get inside the community. So obviously they would have the community chat. Preferably get some course content in there. There's got to be 24/7 support, and there's got to be live weekly calls. Anything else you want to add to your community, you can obviously add, the more the merrier. But you got to have, obviously the chat's included, but you got to have these three. You got to have these three. All right, next is the pricing. So this is one of the reasons why WAP is better than School, is because on School, you can't give someone the option of a month-to-month or a lifetime. But on WAP, you can. You can give that customer their preferred option to pay, which is just amazing. It's going to help out a lot. But usually for a low-ticket paid community, for month to month, do anywhere from $39 to $97 a month. Anything less than that is just not really worth it. MMR is going to be extremely low unless you have the biggest fucking personal brand of all time. And anything more than that just might not even be worth it. You'll probably have high churn rates. People are not going to pay, consistently, over $100 for a community unless it's like, some sort of extra guarantee, like one-on-one mentoring in there in some sort. And then for a lifetime, $197 to $700. Again, anything less than that, it's probably not going to make a ton of money. Anything more than that, you probably won't get a lot of buys. So that's the sweet spot. Moving on into the last part, which is hiring coaches, which you only really need at scale. If you run a small community, you don't really need to have coaches. It's pretty easy to manage by yourself. If you're running it by yourself, meaning the creators running it by itself, like being active inside the community. All you got to do is be pretty active, in the community chat every day, answering questions, show up to, a live weekly call, one or two, and that's kind of it. You only need coaches when you are really scaling the community and you have a lot of members that are joining, and you're also doing a bunch of other stuff, and you need some coaches to help you manage all the workload. But that's kind of it. So that's kind of it when it comes to a low ticket paid community. It's not the most complicated thing in the world. They are pretty damn fucking simple. Not a lot of work that needs to go into a paid community like a high ticket one-on-one mentorship offer does. Um, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. This really shouldn't be that difficult. If you are a creator who's looking to scale an offer, DM me on Instagram. I'll be happy to help you out. We could talk through everything. The way I like to run this business is like a partnership. I do not see you as my client. I see you as my business partner. So like I just said, if you're a creator who's looking to launch an offer, whether it's a paid community or a high ticket one-on-one mentorship, DM me on Instagram. We'll chop it up and we'll get things going. All right. Leave a like on this video, subscribe, leave any comments below if you have any questions. Other than that, have a good day, boys.